Meghan Markle has become a joke in Hollywood. From animated shows to puppet parodies, from primetime comedies to live comedy stages, the entertainment industry has taken shot after shot at the Duchess of Sussex. And some of these are brutal. Here are 13 times Hollywood roasted Meghan Markle. Number 11 became the roast of the century. Let's start with the most recent one. In the 2025 action comedy Bride Hard, starring Rebel Wilson as a secret agent who's also the world's most unreliable maid of honor. There's a quick but pointed moment where another bridesmaid, played by Anna Klumsky, gets compared to Meghan Markle. It's brief, but the implication is clear. Calling someone a Meghan Markle in this context is not a compliment. It's a shorthand for someone who is difficult, demanding, or a little too much to handle. The name lands as a punchline, not a tribute.
Meghan Markle, you're next.
No, that's you. You're Meghan.
It's okay. You got this, Ginny.
If there's one roast on this list that broke the internet, it was this. South Park's Trey Parker and Matt Stone dedicated an entire episode to mocking Harry and Meghan without ever using their names. They appear as the Prince of Canada and his wife, which is both legally clever and absolutely cutting. The episode follows the couple as they go on a worldwide tour to demand privacy. They appear on talk shows, waving signs that say, "We want our privacy." They plaster magazine covers of themselves all over their neighbors' homes. The hypocrisy is the joke. But the moment that truly went viral, Harry turns to Meghan and says something about how what truly matters is what we have on the inside. He then literally opens her head and peers in. It's completely hollow.
More magazines and Netflix shows. We really can live a normal life. Yes, I'm sure you agree, darling. We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on the inside.
This one is delicious. Jennifer Tilly, yes, the actress and poker queen, was appearing on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when her co-star Amanda casually mentioned she had never watched the show before joining the cast. Jennifer's reaction was pure, unfiltered disbelief. She immediately connected the dots to Meghan Markle's now infamous claim that she had no idea who Prince Harry was before a mutual friend set them up. We know that Meghan grew up reportedly fascinated by the royal family and even posed with a photo of Buckingham Palace as a teenager. Jennifer wasn't buying it from Amanda, and she made it very clear she wasn't buying it from Meghan either. Hollywood has a way of reminding you when your story doesn't add up.
She doesn't understand what she's coming into. And I see her, I'm not going to say stumbling around because she's a very self-assured young lady, but I see her sort of looking for common ground, like how do I behave and what language do I have in common with these ladies?
It's like she throws out a lot of like, I'm trying to get bond with you, and people aren't taking what she's throwing out.
She came onto the show saying, I'm going to irritate everybody. She's a very decent person, but it is difficult. I'm in show business. I'm a professional actress. I've been friends of Sutton's. I know these ladies. I did so much research. I always laugh when people say, because actually Amanda said, I never really watched the show. I think I watched 2 episodes. And both never watched the show either. I feel like it's a little like Meghan Markle saying she never Googled Prince Harry.
Right.
It's like, you're going to be on the show. Maybe you should watch.
When Meghan's Netflix lifestyle show, With Love Meghan, launched in early 2025, British commentator and TV critic Kevin O'Sullivan did not waste any time. He put together a parody that zeroed in on the show's most eye-roll-worthy moment, where Meghan talks about how she loves taking something ordinary and elevating it. His impression was sharp enough that people were saying he was more entertaining in 30 seconds than she was across 8 episodes.
Welcome to my beautiful home. What do you mean it's not my fucking home? Every morning I pick beautiful flowers from my beautiful garden and I feed them to my beautiful children. So what if you haven't got a fucking garden? I haven't really got any children. I hate fucking bees. Get me out of this bee suit now. I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it. You know, like my husband. It's so funny that people keep calling me Meghan Markle because it's Meghan Sussex now. It's Meghan.
Spitting Image is a legendary British satirical puppet show. In this particular skit, Meghan's puppet hosts an episode of her Netflix show, cheekily renamed Without Shame Meghan, and introduces Taylor Swift as her very special guest. Taylor's puppet greets her warmly.
I adore finding new ways to show up lovingly. This week, we have one of the most famous and recognizable women in the world, meeting Taylor Swift.
Hi, Meghan. You're such a good person.
And so vulnerable. It makes me sad when people don't take the time to prepare good food for their loved ones. Today's recipe is going to take you 5...
Some of Meghan's ex-employees have alleged that Meghan is very rude to work with. Spitting Image made sure to portray her aggressive nature in their skit.
Now for the tricky part. Place in microwave. What is microwave? I don't think we have any of that. Harry? Do we have any microwave?
It's a microwave, silly.
Don't talk to me like that, you bitch! I'm a fucking duchess! Shake that off!
Oh!
This one is subtle, but it stings. In this NBC workplace comedy set in a big box store called Cloud9, a character named Amy has been working her way up for years, only to be passed over for a management position in favor of the district manager's son, a classic case of nepotism. Her coworker Mateo tries to frame it in a way that makes Amy feel better, saying, "He was born into power like Prince Charles. At least you're working for it like Meghan Markle."
Was born into power like Prince Charles. At least you're working for it like Meghan Markle. Anyway, your blackmail cancels out his nepotism. And it'd be a lot better for us.
This one happened in front of Hollywood elites during the 2024 Golden Globe Awards, and nobody flinched. American comedian and actor Joe Coy talked about the millions handed to her, and the camera cut to a visibly uncomfortable Netflix executive in the audience. The comedian clearly felt no need to soften the blow, and the fact that he used Meghan Markle rather than her preferred title spoke volumes.
Portrayal of the Queen was so good, Prince Harry called her for it and asked her for money. Like I said, I didn't write all these. That one's not mine. Turns out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing. And that's just by Netflix.
In this segment from a late-night style show, the guest poses the question, what is the #1 mystery currently baffling scientists? Jimmy Fallon gives a perfectly reasonable answer, only to be buzzed wrong.
We're gonna get this one. Okay. What is the #1 question that mystifies scientists? #1 question.
Mystifies scientists. Is there life on another planet?
Oh no. Why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
There's another bag.
After news broke that Meghan was returning to acting after nearly a decade for an Amazon MGM film called Close Personal Friends, Spitting Image released a separate set of skits showing Meghan's puppet auditioning for iconic Hollywood roles. And it's merciless.
She's turning her book Becoming into a big-budget movie. This is my chance to convince her I'd be perfect to play the lead. When they go low, we go high!
Fantastic! I will be coming to watch that movie. Hang on. This invitation is for LeBron James.
Duh. I've been rifling through his mailbox every day so I could grab it before he does.
Brilliant!
I'd do anything to land a role in that movie.
Even read the book.
Girls 5 Eva is a fun Netflix musical comedy about 4 women who were briefly famous as a girl group in the early 2000s and are now trying to recapture their moment. In one scene, a character casually drops a reference to Meghan Markle's ex-husband, Trevor Engelson. For those unfamiliar, Trevor is a Hollywood film producer who dated Meghan for years, married her in 2011, and was then, by most accounts, fairly abruptly left behind once she set her sights on a certain British prince. The story goes that she even mailed her wedding ring back to him via registered post. The show used him as shorthand for the ultimate upgraded and discarded ex, the guy who got dropped the moment something shinier came along.
Meghan Markle's first husband.
Family Guy went there and it was glorious. In this episode, characters Brian and Stewie travel through time, and Brian argues that history is basically just an endless stream of disasters. To support his argument, Brian gives examples of terrifying incidents in history.
Brian, this is a terrible idea. We could change the course of history.
You always say that, but doesn't history pretty much suck? I mean, the Crusades, Hitler?
Prince Harry marrying Meghan Markle?
Again? Oh, like all of your wives are so much better.
The breaking of the fourth wall actually makes it funnier. Even the fictional Harry knows he's a punchline at this point. Family Guy came back for seconds. In a classic cutaway gag, Peter Griffin announces he's going to go it alone, just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. The scene then cuts to Harry and Meghan lounging poolside at their Montecito mansion when a butler glides in with an envelope.
It's fine, I'll go it alone, just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Sir, your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Put it with the rest of them.
Babe, time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post for Del Taco.
I shouldn't have left the made-up nonsense.
It's worth spending a bit more time on South Park's treatment of the whole Sussex saga, because the episode did more than just one joke. The entire 22-minute episode is a relentless dismantling of Harry and Meghan's contradictions. They left the royal family for privacy, then wrote a tell-all memoir, signed a Netflix deal, sat down with Oprah, and went on a media tour, all while insisting they just wanted to be left alone. South Park simply played the absurdity straight, and it landed harder than any real criticism had.
Some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy. And you know what else? To hell with Canada. We are leaving. We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people. Come on, wife. We want privacy. We want privacy. We want privacy.
And there you have it. 13 times Hollywood decided Meghan Markle was the punchline. Whether it's animated shows, puppet parodies, or live comedy stages, one thing is clear. The industry she left does not exactly have her back. Which one caught you off guard? Drop it in the comments, and if you're enjoying the videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.